Players in that locker room should be appalled by that guy rolling around in that locker room. Should be appalled. I have no respect for that. I have zero respect for that. Gangster? Sean, thank you very much. That's really cool. Less hitting and shorter practices have made the Eagles soft. Eliot, Shorr-Parks supports this. We need you as an Eagle reporter. Less hitting and shorter practices have made Eagles soft. Eliot, Shorr-Parks supports this. We need you as a Eagles reporter. What in the world would a guy know like Eliot Spitzer, Shorr, Polly Parks know about football? And after I read that article about that piece of shit going after Desean Jackson that way, I will never respect that guy in anything he says. He's a flag-waving Eagle, Howie Roseman honk. How dare you talk to Desean Jackson like that? I don't even know Desean Jackson. And I would never allow a reporter in my locker room to ever fucking put something like that out there on one of my teammates, because that makes me accountable. If you see something, say something. Players in that locker room should be appalled by that guy rolling around in that locker room. Should be appalled. I have no respect for that. I have zero respect for that. A gangster? Dude, I don't know why the Eagles allowed that man in the locker room. He should be barred. Eliot belongs in a chess club, not sports. You labeled a black player a gangster. Dude, I have no respect for this. It's disgusting. It's racist. Listen, I said something in the day that was off the cuff and it was poor language. This guy wrote a column. He thought it out. He processed it. He investigated it. It's a racist column. And then the editor had to say, okay. So the Philadelphia Inquirer editor okayed it, that a reporter would allow that language on an Eagle. Get this. It's not an opinion. Read the column. I'm not saying anything that hasn't been published. I mean, Xander just sent that thing to me. Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off like that. But if I saw that guy rolling in my locker room, oh, okay, excuse me. I'll take that back. It's not the Inquirer. It's NJ.com. NJ.com. So I want to go back on that. It's not the Inquirer. It's NJ.com. So we want to make the source right. We don't want to castrate the Inquirer for that. So we want to make sure it's NJ.com. He wrote that column for. Yeah, Inquirer come after Big Sills again because them and the Eagles do that. Okay. Yeah, but does that guy, Eliot Spitzer, Shorr-Parks, now work for the Inquirer? Does he work for the Inquirer now? I don't know. Does Eliot Spitzer Shorr write for the Inquirer now? Does he? He is WIP. Okay, the Inquirer didn't hire him. Thank God. IP hired him. So IP has a problem, and Odyssey has a problem with me, but you put that on your radio? Hang on. Odyssey says shit about me when I'm in Boston. And Jeff Solano, director of programming, has a problem with me. But you got a guy on WIP that wrote that column? Hey, Jeff, you'll be getting a strongly worded email and text from me later after the program. Don't ever spread shit again about me again, Jeff. You have no integrity. I was supposed to do the Jim Rome show a couple of years ago. That guy stopped me from doing it because he said I said some things in the past. You got a guy on WIP that called a guy a black gangster. Oh, a column for NJ.com. Boy, pretty hypocritical in your media in Philly. You go after little old JAKIB and everyone else is in bankruptcy in that place. Try to keep people in their place and in their lanes, don't you? Fuck that. Dude, you put the wrong guy on in Philly. Me. Because I'll call your asses out. I have emails that Craig Kitchen had me all lined up to do 2 weeks of the Jim Rome show, but CBS stopped at Odyssey. And the guy in Philly was the guy who did it. Tell him I said it. And I'll post the emails. I saved them. Question, Mr. Sills, how the hell are my Ravens going to practice full contact with Henry in the backfield? He'll injure our entire secondary, and especially with John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh likes to go hard in practice. Ain't what them cream puff practices are for Eliot Spitzer, Shorr-Parks, and I believe in the soft practices. That's because you're soft. Derrick Henry's watching. He had a better year than Barkley did on a shitty team, too. Henry's washed. Okay. Let's make a bet. Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than Saquon Barkley does this year. You want to put numbers on it? I can't remember the last time Saquon Barkley outrushed him. Has he ever? What is he, 3 years older? That's okay. Jim Rome show. I know, man. Clones and shit. A little bit old. We're good. We're good. Deshaun Jackson is literally doing the crip walk to Kendrick's Not Like Us recently. Oh, shit. What did I miss? I let the dogs out and Dan's getting medieval. Hey, wait a minute. Steve. Big Sil's going to go medieval. This mother, you know what? I'm going to get a blowtorch and blowtorch this. That's one of my favorite scenes, dude. We're going to get medieval on this guy because I'm going to get a blowtorch. I'm about to get medieval on this, dude. Great line from that movie, man. One of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. I love Quentin Tarantino. Sills, Mitchell and Slay and Desean as you're starting. We're going to get there. Pair of pillars and a blowtorch. I love that scene, dude. Hey, guys, please hit the like button. Trying to get to 265 by the end of the program. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Oh, shit. What did I miss? Bet he won't. Okay. Yeah. That's what I'll do. Bet against Derrick Henry. Jackie Brown's my favorite. That's good, too, man. Holy cow. Good. Hey, you guys see here, man. We don't talk about Jackie Robinson like Jody. I'm kidding. Kidding. Jody's good people. He's good people, man. Big Sills, gonna go CWA on that dude. Off the top rope. Eliot hides behind the Twitter. He's a coward. Dude, calling a guy a Crip or implying he's a Crip. I mean, I would never allow that guy in my locker room. Shame on the Eagles for doing that. He must be he must walk around with the Howie knee pads to keep that thing going. You call out a player, a revered player like Desean Jackson like that in an article that people know and read. And the players in the locker room, today's Eagles are okay with that. They know Desean Jackson. So does Jason Kelce. You're okay with that? Man, but I have a problem with that. Man. ESP wears Jeffrey Lurie knee pads too. Man. This guy's you tell him I said that too. You walk around in a locker room like you're an authority figure, and you said that about one of the revered, retired. If I'm not mistaken, isn't D-Jax in the Eagle Hall of Fame now? Didn't they retire that last year? Didn't he get in? Eagle Hall of Famer, you called him a Crip. Don't ever call me a racist when you got a reporter that did that to one of your players and he still works in that market. Shame on you. Shame on you. Hey, Bob, where are you? Send me a text, Bob. I know you watch the show. No, first go through Xander, then send it to me. Or go through Joe, Xander, then get it to me. And I'll tell you what I think of you after knowing what I know now. Don't you ever call my bosses again like that? I didn't know this story like that. Don't you ever call me again or my bosses like that? Same day the article came out, the Eagles released Desean Jackson. And you know what? They knew that they had made such a mistake that they have welcomed him back with open arms, and they blast Chip Kelly because they knew it was a mistake. Then the Eagles cut him. I got to get him on. Okay? I got to get him on. Hey, LJ, it's not important if you believe or not, because I truly don't care if you do. I truly don't care. Okay? Whether you believe it or not, it's not important. Xander's the owner of this company with his father. Next week, we're going to get him on. Ask him. And that's a kid who was get this. When I first met Xander last year, I thought the kid was 32. I couldn't believe how young he was. I was like, what? I couldn't believe it. Kid's going to be a great executive. If he can get through the landmines. All right. I want to get to battles. We're going to do this now here. Battles in camp. Dan, I met you almost 4 years ago. You oh, okay. Sorry. CTE's high. The CTE meter's high right now. Sorry, Xander. Oh, wait a minute, too. He still got a ticket. He still got a ticket on his clipboard, too. Hey, kid, remember this one here? You know? Hey, shit. You want to hear? Hey, one quick one. Hey, you know what, dude? Man gives me his word. Have I ever broken my word to you? Well, right. That was the end of that. That's our conversations. He's never broken his word to me. Ever. 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 Right? Can we get D-Jax on the show? I got a number for him. If not, Michael Irvin will get him for me. Because we get the biggest names in sports on the program. How you doing? D-Jax was a nice player. Did too many boneheaded plays, but a lot of fun to watch. Christopher, I'll say this to you. Tyreek Hill's probably the greatest deep threat in the history of the National Football League, but this kid's in the top 3. Okay? He's in the top 3. You know how hey, Nick, you know how I can get shady on? You know how I can get shady on? I'll ask Joy to talk to him. That's how I'll get shady on. Okay? Get shady on. So we'll go through Joy. By the way, we got to get Joy on again, don't we? All right.